chapter 28. So it happened in those days. It says the Perishtim got their camps together to fight against Am Yisrael. King Achish, he said to David, know that you will go forth with me to the camp, you and your men. And Achish has David as his personal bodyguard. Achish is the king of Gat. So interesting over here is that David sounds like he's on the other side. Sounds like he's with the Plishtim. But really the Chazal tell us that the Plishtim recognized David as their enemy. And David was still willing to go to war with Achish so he could help the Jewish people. So don't think for a second that he's siding with the enemy. Shemuel, we said that last time Shemuel met, and Shaul didn't know what to do, so he went and he asked of Hashem. Nobody answered him. He tried through a dream. He tried through Urim Tumim. He tried through prophets. It didn't work. So what does Shaul do? He gets desperate. ויאמר שאול לעבדיו, ביקשו לי אשת בעלת אוב, ולך אליה ואת רשע בה. So go find me a woman who practices sorcery, Khaldun, and I will go to her and I will inquire to Hashem through her. They found her. He disguised it. ויתחפש שאול וילבש בגדים אחרים. He wore different clothing. He went with her at night. And he said to her, Kasami na li ba'ov ve'eli li et asher omar elaich. Raise for me the spirit of the person who I want. She says, what are you doing? You know the King Shaul is a Jewish woman. King Shaul said, no one's allowed to do sorcery. So what are you doing? And she doesn't know that she's speaking to Shaul. Saul said to her, don't worry, Veishavala Shaul b'Hashem. Lemor, Chai Hashem im yikarech avon b'davar hazeh. Don't worry, I take responsibility. Nothing's going to happen to you. So she says, who do you want to talk to? So he says, V'yomer et Shemuel ha'alili. Do a seance and bring Shemuel from the dead. So then, ותראה האישה את שמואל ותזעק בקול גדול. They bring Shemuel, and she screamed in a loud voice. Because she sees Shemuel, and she sees how Shemuel is talking to Shaul. She freaks out. She says, you're Shaul yourself. This is the person who's hiring me. You deceived me. So he said, don't worry. It's okay. What did he see? What did you see? She said, I see a great man coming from the ground. And Shaul realizes Shemuel, and he bowed down. ויאמר שמואל לשאול, למה הרגיזתני להעלות אותי? Shmuel says, why are you disturbing me? We bless people, rest in peace. You're not letting me rest in peace. Shaul says, listen, צר לי מאוד, פלישתים נלחמים בי. I'm in a big problem now. Plishtim are fighting against me. Nobody answered me. Hashem doesn't answer me, not through the prophets, not through the dream. I call you. I want to know, what do I do about this war? So Shemuel tells him, Lama tishaleni Hashem sar me'alecha v'yarech. He says, no. Why do you ask me? Hashem turned away from you. You think that now you try another way, you try this way, you try that way. Hashem doesn't want to answer you. Why now you try through me? What are you talking about? I told you. Hashem et mamlacha meyadecha. That's it. You're not the king anymore. Hashem took away the kingship from you. Ve'itna le'raecha leDavid. He gave it to David. You didn't do what you were supposed to do by Amalek. That's it. And he says, ויתן השם גם את ישראל עמך ביד פלישתים. You should know you're going to lose the war to פלישתים. מחר אתה ובניך עמי. Tomorrow, you and your sons will be with me. What does that mean? That's it. You're going to the other side. You're going to the other side. You're going to pass away. וגם מחנה ישראל ייתן השם ביד פלישתים. Yeah. Because the people who died, they see things in Shemayim. וימהר שאול ייפול מלוקמתו ארצה. וירא מאוד מדברי שמואל. He couldn't even eat. He was so nervous, frightened from his words. He didn't have strength to eat any food the whole day and the whole night. So now the lady says, the Chaldean, the sorcerer woman, says, listen, I listened to you. I did what you told me. Now you too listen to the voice of your maidservant. I'll place a piece of bread in front of you. You may eat because you can. You're like you're about to pass out. What is it? You got to eat something. He says, no, I'm not going to eat. He got up. He sat on the bed. She slaughtered the calf. She made a whole meal. She took flour, made it into matzot. She put it and they ate. That's how nervous Shaul was over there. So let's listen to some of the commentaries over here. Very interesting little story over here. Now, okay, there's this. Okay, so the Gemara Sanhedrin Yerushalmi says that there's several opinions. How does a person do this sorcery over here, called sorcery of Ov? So according to one opinion, what do? You get information from a human skull that's lying on the ground. So they take a human skull and they make it talk. They use sorcery to make it talk and it tells you things. Another opinion is that one raises a spirit from the grave and it settles on a person's reproductive organ. It speaks from down there. Very interesting. There are, according to the opinion, it says it comes from the skull, so the spirit comes head first. And then the other method, it comes feet first. So there's a mahlok in which way it comes. But in the situation with the spirit of Shemuel, right away she saw it Shemuel, she knew it was Shaul who was asking how. Why? Because spirits, she usually gets the spirit feet first. And they speak to it upside down. But here it rose head first. She said, it must be the spirit is coming in respect of a king. Only for a king it comes like this. So Shaul is the person who's asking me. She put two and two together. Now, the woman said to Shaul, Elokim ra'iti olim min haaretz. Right? The pasuk says in pasuk 13, I saw a great man rising from the ground. So what does that mean? Great man. Olim, it should be ole, not olim. Why is it plural? Because really she saw two spirits. Spirit of Shemuel, who was accompanied by the spirit of Moshe. When Shemuel's spirit was called to rise, he thought he was getting up for judgment. So what did he do? He grabbed Moshe Rabbeinu. So Moshe, you have to come with me. Hey, where are we going? Where are we going? He says, I'm getting judged now. You're going to come testify that I followed the entire Torah. So look at this. If the righteous Shemuel was scared of Judgment Day, how much more so we should be afraid. Gemara Chagiga. Okay, fine. The Gemara Sechet Shabbat says the heretic asked Rabbi Abau that the soul of the righteous are held under Kisei Kavod. So how could the sorceress woman, she has koach to go all the way to Kisei Kavod to bring Shemuel? Rabbi Abau says that she did this right after he died. Right after he died, 12 months, first 12 months after a person dies, that time he was not all the way in Kisei Kavod yet. He was still in the judgment time. 12 months, you get judged. 12 months, you have Kaddish to say, right? So since it was still that time, he didn't fully rise to his resting place, so she was still able to grab him. But once he would go to Kisei Kavod, yeah, you're right. There's no way she would have got him.
Was he able to grab Moshe Rabbeinu?
Yeah, that's the bigger Hidush. Yeah. He was able to grab Moshe Rabbeinu. Well, really, Shemuel was greater than Moshe Rabbeinu. Shemuel was like Moshe and Aaron put together, right?
Why he lived 52?
Yeah, that's because Hashem didn't want him to see Shaul lose the kingdom, and also he finished his tikkun. People who are big tzaddikim, they finish the tikkun early. Okay, fine. So now what happened? Shemuel had three complaints. Lo nani od gam ben neviim by mahalamot. Shemuel had three complaints against Shaul. First of all, you angered Hashem by using a sorcerer. We have to understand, what was Shaul thinking? How can you go use a sorcerer? It's a sur from the Torah. What are you doing? Number two, Shaul is treating Shemuel like a god or something. Like, why are you asking me? Like, I can decide everything. Why you call me from the dead? Ask me, what do I do? Ask Hashem, what do you want? Number three, Hashem punishes the false god just like he punishes the one who worships it. He said, you're using me as a tool to do something forbidden. What are you getting me involved in your sorcery? And now I'm going to get punished also. You don't think I have enough judgment over there? Are you adding more judgment to me by making me involved in this sorcery, the seance? So we see a person has to be careful that we're not to involve other people. And Shaul also made a mistake in that sense. And then when he told him, you and your sons are going to be with me tomorrow, what does that mean? The Gemara in Sefer Brachot means, it says that he will die tomorrow, but he'll still have Gan Eden. So you don't think you're going to lose your Olam Haba, but you're still going to have Gan Eden. So that means that Shaul was forgiven for the killing the city of Nov, city of Kohanim. Because they said, tomorrow you with me in the Olam Haba, tomorrow you with me in Gan Eden. Okay, fine. So we all have to be Tamim Tiyeh Hashem Lakech. We all have to be simple-minded and have simple faith in Hashem. So what happened over here? What was war? Well, I understand. A big war, it means a lot of people will die or people won't die, right? So that Shaul was scared to take a decision on his own. So the problem is that you can't hire a sorcerer. What is he doing? The Torah says, whoever hires a sorcerer involved with the practice of Oviduni, motamut. The Torah says it's punishable by death. It's halakha. So the question is, what was he thinking?
I'm wondering if he motamut because of those three things he just did just now with the oath and everything. Because is that the reasoning or something else beside it? Because
in general, when a person does sorcery, he gets death penalty. In general.
Oh, sorry.
So he should have not done this. What are you doing? Asking for the sake of war. I should ask and do a sin in the Torah. Who says you're allowed to do that? Who says you're allowed to break the Torah in order to know if I should go to war or not? Okay, fine. So now the question is, why does Hashem allow these things to come true? If they're not supposed to exist, so why does Hashem make it that there is such a thing and you're not allowed to do it? Like Avodah Zarah. If Hashem hates Avodah Zarah, so why does He allow it to exist? The sages tell us because Hashem has to give a chance for a person to follow the sheker. Hashem has to give free will. And Hashem tests us. Sometimes He sends us Navi sheker. He sends us false prophets. It says that Satan, right, by Har Sinai, Moshe didn't come down, so Satan came, and Midrash says Satan showed them the bed of Moshe Rabbeinu like he died, right? So he showed them a false vision, like to trick them. So Hashem sends us many situations to test us. And one of them is sorcerer, right? People did sorcery. Oh, look, they got the truth. They did a seance. They found out all these secrets. Let's do it too. It's a test that we have to pass, not to give in to the sorcery. Okay, fine. So why did Hashem not answer Shaul? So the Radak says that if Shaul would have heard through Ur V'Tuvim or the Navi or a dream, he would have not reached the level that he did, that he would have went to Gan Eden with Shemuel. If Shaul heard from a Navi, no Yetzirah would have challenged him to disregard the Nevuah, and his reward wouldn't be so great. Hearing the message from Shemuel through the sorcerer, so Shaul has a test now. It's sorcery. Maybe it's nonsense. When he accepted upon himself that Shemuel said, you are going to die tomorrow, and you're going to be in Gan Eden, and you have to accept the Teshuvah on yourself, because he heard that, so he got a full kapara. So really, Hashem wanted him in a way to hear this through the sorcery, but at the end of the day, it was a mistake. At the end of the day, he wasn't supposed to be nervous. He was supposed to, if you weren't answered from the prophet, you weren't answered from the word of Tuvim, so you have simple faith in Hashem. But now that he asked the sorcerer, so Hashem said, I'll give you a message that you will get Olam Haba, but you're going to die tomorrow. Okay, fine. So now, look at this. He killed a whole city of people, and Hashem accepts his teshuvah. You see how teshuvah can fix everything? It's all a matter if we accept our ourselves to do teshuvah properly. Does that mean you're allowed to kill somebody? No, you're obviously not allowed to kill somebody. But the point is, look, he had to die in a war. To die in a war is not a simple thing. That's a big kapara also. Yeah. So, him and his kids, right? They all have to die in the war. There's nothing they can do about it. Shemuel says that it's written in Shamayim. That's it. You're going to die tomorrow. Nothing to do. But he accepted it, and that was part of his teshuvah, and that's why he was able to go to Gan Eden. But the point is that really we see that Shaul did teshuvah, But look how Shemuel also was nervous to do teshuvah. He was also nervous that he shouldn't get judged. And look how he went to go look for Moshe Rabbeinu. We have to make sure that we come ready with all our mitzvot as well. Baruch